Good morning.
Wow, that is the lowest energy good morning you have ever given me.
Listen, I just have to come to you where I'm at.
Yes.
On this D. How are you? Are you, well, I guess you didn't partake in Pride festivities, but are you...
No, I'm having my own private gay shame festival here in my parents' guest room.
That sounds fun.
Fabulous.
Oh, good day, everyone. I'm so sorry. Hey, Caroline. I'm so sorry we couldn't join you last week. A number of factors contributed, and we were just like, you know what? It's too hard.
We really we were on Fire Island together, which was great.
Yes.
But piss poor internet, which was not great.
Piss poor, yeah. Yeah, I think we made the good choice, but I did miss everyone.
Sound my drag alter ego, Caitlin Duffy Hall.
Hello. What did everyone get up to for Pride? Let's just really have a conversation today. Ben and I don't really have a whole lot of content, so we are depending on y'all for this installment of Next Year, Some Year. Oh, and as always, live from New York, it is Tuesday morning.
Autumn, winter, next year. Time heals everything. It's a song. Time heals everything.
Thank you, Larry. And Ben.
Larry, I'm going to need that from you when I actually do get home tonight at 1 a.m. But thank you.
Thank you, Zach. I feel the solidarity. I was telling Ben before we went live, I wasn't even planning on doing anything. Like, I literally just was sitting in my apartment, like looking at everyone else's photos, these huge warehouse parties, and just like thanking my lucky stars I wasn't there. But then actual Pride rolled around, and I was like, you know what? Just more symbolic than anything, I should just go out and like get a drink at the corner queer bar in Bushwick. And my friend and I ended up going out, very casual, but we had a great time. But I did go harder than I had expected. Macon, hi. Macon, I looked at Macon's photos. He had some good Pride content.
And I'm very excited about Macon's new job at 54 Below.
Ooh, congrats, Macon. He will be Macon Prickett at Feinstein's.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You know, it's interesting you say that. It's interesting. What is
it? Really?
I have always, not always, but I mean, I've been celebrating Pride since, I would say, 1996, when I went to my first Pride in San Francisco. Which I'm sure I've told you the story, Daniel, but I was with my friends Jeff and Jake Manabat, who are gay twins, and they were from San Francisco, so they knew what they were twerking at. And we got to the parade, and we bought Pride brownies that were $10 each, and in rainbow saran wrap from a guy on the street, and, knowing that they were pot. But we didn't really know how to manage our edibles, and within an hour, we were just like dehydrated and disoriented, just like sitting on the curb watching the parade go by with just like no concept. But Sharon McKnight was doing a show at the old Plush Room then, and she was on an enormous float dressed as Glinda. And she was belting out Over the Rainbow on a loop. And you know how the parade floats go, where they stop for 5 minutes and then they move 20 feet and then they stop for 5 minutes. So from where we were sitting, it was like I was just watching Sharon McKnight sing Over the Rainbow as Glinda on a loop. I don't know. I was a little high, so maybe it wasn't exactly Glinda, but
maybe it wasn't Sharon McKnight.
It wasn't Sharon McKnight. No, I've talked to her about it, but that's when I became obsessed with her, and I fell in love with Pride. And then every year in New York, I would always have a big brunch at this place, Steak Frites on 16th Street.
I think I went there like the last time you did it? Or
yeah, well, in more recent years, I moved it to another place I can't remember the name of on 13th, but just right off 5th. And we would have brunch, and then we would watch the parade for a while. Then maybe we'd go to some private parties, watch the parade some more, wind up at like the Duplex or Stonewall. And I have missed it the last few years because I was working, and then because of COVID. And then I came to LA for my dad's 70th birthday, which was very intimate and wonderful. But now I'm like, okay, Pride is an important holiday to me, and I am not gonna miss it in the future.
In the future, I mean, you know, I remember. I think was it 2 years ago that it was like the big 50th Pride.
Yeah, and we were on Fire Island, which sounds like in the heart of it, but really not. We did not do Pride.
Well, and I think this year Fire Island was a little more prideful, but like that year
it was a little more something. I'm not exactly sure what word I would use.
But yeah, I mean, I've done Pride many years in New York, and I have to say, like, the best time I ever had was when I was in the parade. My friend Rachel worked for Chipotle, and so like the two of us marched with the Chipotle people and like handed out all these free burrito cards, and it was really fun. But I don't love just standing and watching the parade because it's like 8 hours long. And it's
I think I did it right because you watch a little, you have brunch, you watch a little, you go to a party, you watch a little. Because I've been in the parade a couple of times, and they were never that fun. Like when I was working with Alec Mapa on his Joe's Pub show like 15 years ago or something, he was on the HX magazine, which is like the next magazine, gay bar rag, on that float. And it was Alec and all these porn stars. And I've never felt like fatter or like less important. And then like I was with Luann on her float in like San Francisco, and that was like a fucking nightmare, worst day of my life. And like I don't think it's that great to be on the float because you for me, like there's lack of proper breaks for you got it. Yeah. Well, beverages you can bring, but a toilet you really cannot.
That's another thing. It's like there's lines everywhere. You can't get a drink, and even if you do get a drink, you can't find a bathroom.
See, that's why I say you watch the parade for 45 minutes, go inside to a bar, a party, or brunch. Same.
When I marched with Chipotle, it was fun because we were all just like running around, and so it was very active.
So am I understanding this right? Pardon me, Mr. Bernie voter, but are you advocating for corporate pride?
I am not. This was in my past. I'm not proud of it. No. No, I'm not advocating for corporate pride. However, this Chipotle did have a bucking burrito that people were writing. So that was
bucking burrito. Yeah. That's one letter away from a good time.
Like, like a roadie, like one of those.
Oh, I can imagine like an urban cowboy.
A foil wrapped giant burrito.
I'm picturing Matt Kavanaugh's abs. Oh. That's a joke for
separate thought. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna do Art Feinstein's. I cannot wait to see you there. Hopefully for Marilyn May or someone of that ilk.
Nope, you and me, Jeremy Jordan, next week, Daniel.
Nope. Very chill on the last Sunday in June. There's not court info taintment. Fire Island was so nice. Fire Island was so nice. It was so unexpected and last minute for me, but I had a great time. We had mostly good weather. I am peeling a little bit, despite all my reapplications of sunscreen.
I'm peeling like on my ankles and like a little.
Your ankles.
My cankles, a little on my arms, but I feel like it's pretty. I mean, I'm not that dark, but the little bit of color that I got has maintained.
I hate peeling on my legs because it's not fun because like you pull your leg hair, but like on the smoother parts, like my arm and my shoulder, like it's kind of fun peeling.
Well, as long as you're enjoying it.
Okay, let's do some appreciations, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Yes, I've been exfoliating. Hi, Scott.
Scott has been busy working.
We miss you guys. Okay, okay, I'll do mine first because it's one that was brought to my attention by our listener and friend Dan Fortune on Fire Island. The first night I was there, I had woken up really early to get there, so I didn't quite make it to Sunday Show Tunes, which I was so sad about. But Dan did the work for me and brought this to my attention when they came back, and I have been obsessed with it ever since. And so thank you, Dan, for this clip of Millicent Martin singing Everybody Says Don't.
Oh my God.
Everybody says don't, everybody says don't, everybody says don't, it isn't right, don't, it isn't nice. Everybody says don't, everybody says don't, everybody says don't walk on the grass, don't disturb the peace, don't skate on the ice. Well, I say do, I say walk on the grass, it was meant to feel, I say sail, tilt to the windmill, and if you fail, you fail. Everybody says don't, everybody says don't, everybody says don't get out of line. When they say that then, baby, that's a sign. 9 times out of 10, maybe you are doing just fine. Make just a ripple. Come on, be brave. This time a ripple. Next time a wave. Sometimes you have to start small, climbing the tiniest wall. Maybe you're going to fall, but it's better than not starting at all. Everybody says no, everybody says stop, everybody says mustn't rock the boat, mustn't touch a thing. Everybody says don't, everybody says wait, everybody says can't fight City Hall, can't upset the cart, can't laugh at the king. Well, I say try, I say laugh at the kings or they make you cry, lose your poise. All if you have to, but baby, make a noise. Everybody says don't, everybody says can't, everybody says wait around for miracles. That's the way the world is made. I insist on miracles. If you do them miracles, nothing to them. I say don't be afraid.
Well, okay, I have so many things to say.
Go on.
Well, first of all, that's fabulous.
Mike Borowski.
I have to assume that is during the run of Side by Side by Sondheim, because she sang that in Side by Side by Sondheim, and it's not like it was that popular of a song in, the world prior to that. But also, she seems like so young and pretty in a way that I think of her as being a little bit more of the old broad in Side by Side. I mean, after all, it was only a year or two, well, it was like 5 years after that she replaced, what's her name? Tammy Grimes in 42nd Street. I mean, and then Diana Rigg in Follies. I mean, but she seems like such an ingenue, a spry belter ingenue in this.
Like an ingenue, yeah.
And also, I just love that it's produced. Yes, that's so spot on. Like Celia Black. It's like, it feels like such like a well-produced, high production value, like 1960. Like it feels like it actually would have been more from the era of When Anyone Can Whistle opened.
Yeah,
she would have been like, starring in like, some like spy series or something.
I just love the old school like art direction, like all the weird like abstract like men like that are like mops with hats on, and like I love all those road signs. I mean, the set is also very like Judy.
Yes, very, very. It's very that Judy Garland show era.
Speaking of, I have a plug.
Oh.
Oh,
maybe Caitlin, maybe you've gotten to the heart of the matter. the matter of the heart.
Matters of the heart. Okay, so my plug is producer and DJ Dan Fortune, former DJ Dan Fortune, was the producer of Night of 1,000 Judies, which happened just a few days ago. And I want to say that you can still watch it online. Here's the graphic. You can watch and donate at 1000judies.com. And not only can you watch the broadcast, but you can also bid on artwork of Judy Garland, one of which is done by yours truly, and I think has a bid or two. So you can take a look at that. And I think it's open for another few days or so. And so I'm gonna be watching that very soon as well, because I didn't get to watch it live. But check that out again, 1000judies.com.
Then it's a great cause to benefit the Ali Forney Center for homeless LGBTQIA youth.
Yes, and a lot of wonderful performers, Mary Testa.
Former Next Year Some Year guest, Sam Harris.
Yes, and former Broken Records guest, Nathan Lee Graham. So it's going to be a lot of good performances, so check that out. And speaking of good performances,
Wait a second. You haven't watched it, huh?
Just barely when I was saving
Not enough to know what it was, right?
Well, I know who it is.
Right. But what's so crazy, because this is proof that Daniel and I do not talk about our appreciations with each other.
Right.
It's the same song.
No way. No way. I literally just I heard her sing a few notes, but I didn't listen to any part of it in its entirety. So wow, that's so crazy.
Well, so it's this source of my name. It's one of my absolute all-time favorite singers, the late great Laurie Beachman, and it is from one of her most successful ventures, which was a long-running concert act at a now defunct cabaret room called The Ballroom, where she was directed by Richard J. Alexander. And it has to be said that this is an encore and late in the show. It's a raw live performance. It does not have the polish of what we just watched, but it certainly has its own pleasures.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Great minds.
Everybody says don't, everybody says don't, everybody says don't, it isn't right, don't, it isn't nice. Everybody says don't, everybody says don't, everybody says don't walk on the grass, don't disturb the peace, don't skate on the ice. Well, I say do, I say walk on the grass was meant to feel, I say sail, tilt the windmill, and if you fail, you fail. Everybody says don't, everybody says don't, everybody says don't get out of line. When they say that, then, baby, that's a sign. 9 times out of 10, maybe you're doing just fine. Make just a ripple. Come on, be brave. This time a ripple. Next time a wave. Sometimes you gotta start small. Climbing the tiniest wall. Maybe you're going to fall, but it's better than not starting at all. Everybody says don't, everybody says stop, everybody says mustn't rock the boat, mustn't touch a thing. Everybody says don't, everybody says wait, everybody says can't fight City Hall, can't upset the cart, can't laugh at the king. Well, I say try, I say laugh the king or they'll make you cry, lose your poise. All of you have to, but baby, make a noise. Everybody says don't, everybody says stop, everybody says wait around for miracles. That's the way the world is made. I believe in miracles. If you do them, miracles, nothing to them. I say don't be afraid.
Wow, Liza.
Very. Yes.
It was so funny because I did, when I was saving it out,
No comment.
that going on. I love Lori so much. It's so funny when I was saving it out. The part I heard was the next time a wave, and I'm so out of it that I like didn't even realize that was the same song.
I mean, well, she really leaned into those E vowels. You might not know.
Yeah, what is that, like a diphthong, like the wave?
Yeah. It's yes. Oh my God, Krista Rodriguez. That's hilarious that it's her that. But just in general, I will say Krista Rodriguez, especially facially, has a very Lori quality. By the way, if anyone wants to see, I mean, I'm obsessed with all of Lori Beachman's work, but this entire concert in 7 separate clips is on YouTube from the ballroom, and there's some other really great numbers in it as well, including one of my favorite songs, Harry Chapin's Mr. Tanner.
Was that one of the ones we were listening to this weekend, though, the past weekend?
Of the Harry Chapin songs? Yeah, I mean, sadly, she never recorded it, so it was actually Harry Chapin singing, but yeah.
Harry. Well, should we do our final week of Roses and Daffodils? Sniff, sniff.
Our final week of Roses and Daffodils, Follies.
Right.
Follies, Daniel.
Exactly.
Everything's coming up, mama.
Yes, we got big plans coming up for R&D.
R&D.
But for our final voting segment, this was from 2 weeks ago, story of Lucy and Jessie. Let's see how she did. Ooh, OBC.
Yes. Well, so this was a special one where there was only 4 possibilities because in the original London production, as we know, Diana Riggs sang the song Ah But Underneath, written for her instead of the story of Lucy and Jessie. And it ultimately was a victory for Alexis Smith in the original cast album, partly because once again I shared the poll in the Follies Facebook group, and those people really come through OBC, although even there it was less definitive than with Dorothy Collins Losing My Mind, where those people were like with guns to each other's faces, like to vote for anything else. But they did ultimately make the difference, because in our polling on Twitter, for example, she did not win for Both of Us for Everything. And you know, there was some other stuff. Yeah, you can see here, like, for example, on my Instagram, she did win, but on Daniel's Instagram, she didn't. Jan Maxwell won. And on Daniel's Twitter, Jan Maxwell won. And on my Twitter, Jan Maxwell won.
Yeah, I think with the younger peeps, and
I mean, you know, well, I'll save my feelings for the cast, which we will be recording this week, I guess. But yeah, I mean, Jan, you know, the late great Jan Maxwell. I mean, speaking of, actually, I don't think it was ovarian cancer like Lori Beachman had, but she's another Broadway beauty gone too soon.
Yeah, I wish the paper mill was on there so badly. I mean, I'm sure like that wouldn't, well, I don't know all the details, but I'm sure it wouldn't be that hard.
Well, actually, friend of the pod, Robbie Rozelle, Diva Robbie, has said that he is going to look into it for Broadway Records.
Oh, great.
It really ought to be. And I will say, in the paper mill, every single poll we've done on this like 17-month Follies escapade, every single poll, there's been people commenting on Twitter, on Facebook, what about Paper Melt? What about Paper Melt? What about Paper Melt?
And
even songs when I'm like, come on, you're not going to vote for Paper Melt on this number, but they're like, it should be included.
Yeah, people, you know, people like to be angry online.
And how?
What else? What else do we have to discuss? Well, I've told you, but I don't know if I've told the viewers that I am reading everything was possible. The Follies book,
Beautiful cover.
beautiful.
By Theodore Chapin, Ted Chapin, who until very, very recently, for many, many years, has been the president of the Rodgers and Hammerstein organization, which of course licenses not just Rodgers and Hammerstein shows, but many other shows, including ones they produced, like Annie Get Your Gun. But he had been a PA on the original production of Follies, and this book is a must read. I mean, I would say it's pretty much up there with Not Since Carrie.
Yeah, I mean, it's so fascinating. And I was telling you on the beach, like, I got it when we started all this, but I just hadn't gotten a chance to get through it. And I'm still only halfway done. But I'm loving it so much because it really gives you a glimpse of all the personalities. And everyone says, Dorothy Collins was a good time gal. She was so sweet. But the one I'm most interested in is Ethel Chate, who seems like, I mean, giving these one-liners she drops, giving Elaine Stritch a run for her money. I mean,
Marilyn May's father,
Ethel Chate. I mean, yeah, she seems like my true queen. So
I was thinking of Marilyn May yesterday because I was with my nephew and we were walking his dog, and the dog was really interested in this cat that was sitting on someone else's front lawn, and the cat was just giving me such like, keep it moving, boys.
Keep it moving, boys.
Wait, whoa, wow. Oh, a movie of the book. Well, you know what? That sounds like the Ryan Murphy series we deserve.
No one deserves that.
Better than no series at all.
No, I disagree. I would rather have no series.
No, some of his stuff is good, like the O.J. Simpson. He just needs to not write it.
Yeah, that's true. But I like this idea. Although, well, I like this idea because I think it would be that kind of treatment would work really well for Follies.
Meta on top of meta.
Meta on top of meta, the layers, CZJ. Yeah, oh God. I mean, we can't go down this rabbit hole, but like just the casting now, especially now that I'm reading this book, there's so many thoughts banging around in my head about who I want to play all these women.
Wait, so is it Marilyn May as Ethel Chate?
Yeah. That's my dream.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. 100.
I love Marilyn. I've been listening. She has a new album, not a new album, but she has a new album on Spotify. No, there's like an old album of hers that has been released on Spotify that I was very excited about because I've listened.
Which album is that?
Well, I can't check because it'll fuck with the connection. But I don't remember what it's called. But it's not. It's like mid-career Marilyn. It's not like her early stuff like Step to the Rear and Marvelous Marilyn May. But it's like,
What is her latest album, if you will?
I do not know. Dan Fortune would probably know, but I don't think it's on Spotify.
Is there no from 2004, like Marilyn May live at the Regency?
I don't know. Those are not on Spotify though. I mean, there's one that's like, I believe like 90s, maybe like late 90s, but I think, I don't know exactly. I'm not the one to ask, but I think the reason all those early ones are on because she was signed with like Columbia or one of those big studios, and so that's why those are all available.
Also, I mean, fabulously, Marilyn is so unchanged by time that you can listen to her now, and she's, especially when she does the old arrangements, it's really her original albums are not out of date with her current career.
Oh yeah,
studio albums from 2000, 2001. Wonderful. Yeah, and the Hello Dolly one is not that old as well.
Yeah, I need to. I think Dan sent us that one once, and I still haven't downloaded it, so I need to get my hands on that.
Did they say on Fire Island that that Marilyn that is now available streaming the Dolly album?
Oh, maybe.
It's not Chris Dilley was saying that.
It's not on Spotify. I've also been listening. I mean, this is just I was in the gay pride zone, but I've been listening to a lot of Madonna. Some may say the Marilyn May of pop music.
Well, for Marilyn May, the early 70s isn't that long ago. Madonna is the Marilyn May of pop music. That's hilarious.
Speaking of Marilyn May, are you getting excited for our P-Town trip?
Oh my God, I am so excited. I need to like get focused about like what shows we're gonna see, because all I've been thinking about is Dina Martina, then Marilyn May.
I thought you were gonna say I need to get focused about what shirts I'm gonna bring.
Oh my God, I have to tell you, I saw my aunt yesterday, and she was telling me that her girlfriend, who I haven't even met yet because they only got together at the beginning of the pandemic, and she lives in Santa Barbara, but her girlfriend is apparently a huge Daniel Nolen stan, and she's like, that guy doesn't have any shirts without sleeves. That guy doesn't have any shirts with sleeves.
I just can't afford them. I'm too poor.
Well, maybe she'll send you some sleeves, but she loves you.
Aw, I love her.
She's obsessed with him.
I love it. I love it. My biggest fan.
One of your biggest fans.
Okay, what next? What next? I know you don't have a Name That Belt for me.
Wow, just shame me in front of the listeners when we already discussed it.
I'm just, I'm trying to clue them in an organic way.
Just so they know who dropped the B. I mean, I can just give you I can do one on the flippity flip. Like I've got a lot of, faves.
On the flippity flip?
Just make you guess like random things.
Like just music or like facts? Are you gonna quiz me?
I was thinking I would play you sound clips and guess them.
Why don't let's really just go rogue and really throw something together. Why don't you play me random clips from your archives?
Great. Well, I guess I don't need to use YouTube for this. I could do it on iTunes and have it be better quality, right?
Yeah. Just don't play any Barbara or we'll get kicked off.
I don't even know whom you're speaking of.
So happy you're here. I missed this so much last week. We missed you too. It really feels like forever.
Why is this not going into the, well, whatever, I can still see you. Okay, let me see. All right, I'm going to ask you to identify this preformer. Here we go.
Another 100 people just got off of the train and came up through the ground, while another 100 people just
Alice
got
Ripley?
Very
and they're looking
good.
around at
Way to almost beat the intro. Okay. How about this one? This is one of my faves.
Don't tell me you don't know what love is when you're old enough to know better.
Oh, God.
When you find strange hands in your sweater. When your dreamboat turns out to be a footnote on a
Yes,
man.
that's mucho music.
Oh,
Fraser.
I knew the voice. I just couldn't place it. Allison Fraser, our past podcast guest.
Quite that. Okay, I think you're going to get this one for sure.
Good job, Caitlin.
How about these?
I like that.
Close your eyes have to worry anymore. I'll be yours, baby, tonight.
Oh.
Shut the light, shut the shade. You don't have to be.
Yes, Mucho music.
Wow, that's not who I was gonna guess.
Never fails to blow me away, Dan Fortune.
Wow.
Okay, here's the next one for you. Which of these songs would my Daniel enjoy the most? These? Oh yeah. Well, except oh yeah, these for sure.
Boy, I'm lucky. Say I'm lucky. This is my lucky day. I'm all in clover. I'm glad it'll over. I wanna shout hooray.
Andrea McCardle?
No, but close.
You found a horseshoe, couldn't go wrong. And then of course you happened along. Boy, I'm lucky. I say I'm lucky. This is my lucky day.
No.
I'm rolling clover. I'm glad all over. I wanna shout hooray.
I like.
Nobody?
Anybody?
It's a friend of the pod
Mm.
with a Tony Award.
Lena Hall?
No, not a guess yet, although certainly has been in talks.
No, she was on that. Lena Hall was on the pod.
I know, but this person is not a guest yet.
Oh, just a friend. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Um,
Francis Raphael.
oh.
It's not from an AIDS benefit, but here is something that is.
I love Francis. I like where this is going.
Come on, no intro. Let's go. It's like an overture.
Oh.
There you go.
It's today.
Oh wait, I know.
It may not be anyone's birthday, and though it's far from the first of
Yes,
the
Zachary
year,
Jordan.
I know
Yes. I can never remember her name. I'm like Ms. Morrow.
If you're nasty.
I knew it. My brain's not working. I was like the heir to Susan Johnson.
Wait, is there anything good here? I do love this track here. Oh well, this is in the spirit of what do you call it? Name That Belt for sure. Take your time. 5-1.
Oh boy, I'm lucky. I'll say I'm lucky. This is my lucky day. Now
Lane Page?
No. Same nationality.
I'm glad all over.
Julie Andrews?
Yes.
I wanna shout.
Quite.
Good job.
Good. Okay. Special for you. Next guess. Let's see. Oh, I do enjoy this track.
Some people can get a thrill knitting sweaters and sitting still. That's okay for some people who don't know they're alive. Some people can fly and bloom, living life in a living room.
Dan Fortune is killing it today.
You just keep pitching him and he just keeps knocking him out of the park.
You gotta hand it to Mimi Hines. She is not afraid to rhyme knitting sweaters and sitting still.
Yeah.
She's like the like evil demon love child of Patty and Bernadette. Okay, here's one of your faves.
Uh-oh.
Oh, bless the Lord, my soul. His grace to thee proclaim.
Button?
And all that is within me join to bless his holy name.
Somebody Sutton.
Oh, yeah. Oh, bless the Lord, my soul. His mercies bear in mind, forgetting not all his benefits. The Lord to thee is kind. He will not always chide.
Jeremy Scott?
Nope.
His wrath is ever slow to rise. Running to obey. Running to obey. Running to obey. Oh, yeah. All nice.
Nobody gets this one?
I recognize it so much, but I just don't, I can't come up with it.
Not Lindsay Mendez, although all parties thank you. That would be Broadway fave Natalie Joy Johnson.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Love her.
Okay, here is something a little different for you. The intros kill me when I'm doing it on the flip fly.
On the flip fly.
She's taking her time. She's in no rush to be anywhere. It's one of my favorite slow singers, actually.
I'm gonna take it.
Tonight you're mine, completely.
Love this song.
You give your love so sweetly. Tonight the light.
Roberta Flack?
Yes, babe. Well done.
Yeah, honey.
That is that quality guessing. That is real good.
I love Roberta Flack. The best voice ever.
True.
Oh,
This is a real special one.
okay, cool.
Seriously? Why I gotta have an intro? I'll just skip to the middle.
That's the way it ought to be. I'm ready. I'm ready now. You can be my best friend. I can be your right arm. We'll go through a fight or two. No harm, no harm. We'll look not too deep. We'll go not too far. We won't have.
You're not too fast.
We'll stay who we are, right?
No.
Okay then. I'm ready. I'm ready now. Someone marry me a little. Love me just enough. Warm and sweet and easy. Just the simple stuff. Keep a tender distance so we'll both be free. That's the way it ought to be. I'm ready. Marry me a little. Body,
I
heart,
have no idea. I don't think anyone knows this one.
passionate as
I'm
hell.
surprised even Dan Fortune. That is Miss Ellen Green.
Oh. I don't
Now,
know her.
Here's someone that we all love so much. Although we probably don't know this track, but we love her.
Gotta love her.
A girl can get along without a song. He was a man, the only thing Del Monte cannot can. Oh, he was all headaches, my heartaches, and my bed aches. Because he's got it. Just like a man, just like a man. He involved me in a nudist plan. I'm not a man. I got blisters where he got tan. Just like a lynx, I watched every one of his drinks. But when he comes in from wherever he's been, I will smile while he drinks.
Nobody?
No, I have no idea.
That is Miss Joan Rivers.
No way.
Yes, sir.
Wow, these are so hard. Good guess. Well, on that note, we actually are out of time. I can't believe it.
Oh, look at that time.
Time flies when you're on the flippity flop.
Oh, hi, Catherine Knapp.
Hey, Catherine.
Long-time lurker, first-time commenter.
Wow, I know. I cannot believe Joan sounded good.
She did. She sounded grand. She was very everything's coming up rosas.
Rosas, les miserables.
Less miserably.
Les miserables. It's a good drag name. Leslie Miserables. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in and listening to us ramble for an hour. We love you all. I'm not sure exactly when the podcast is going to be recorded and released on Follies, but that will be, coming up. So, bye.
Autumn, winter, next year. Some
Time heals everything. It's a song. Time heals everything.
Bye.